So following UFC 308, where Ilia Topuria did what no man could do before, knocking out Max Blessed Holloway in the third round. Yeah, man, what's next for this absolute juggernaut of a villain, okay? He's the best villain. He's my favorite villain the UFC's ever had, and I love him for it. He's actually playing his role very well, and he's so good for the sport. I don't think he's bigger than Conor yet, but he's on track. He's definitely on track, guys. I didn't really think this day would come soon, if ever, but yeah, especially if he fights Conor. Dude, he's literally going to get the torch passed to him by Conor if he gets to fight Conor, which that fight's not next. Come on. He's almost at the top. He's one win away from being pound for pound number one, maybe just pound for pound number two. Let's start with that, because Islam's a big mantle to climb, to get over, but how about this? Let's just have him fight, and then we'll really know. But yeah, he has a lot of options, so I want to discuss what is actually going to be next and what should be next. Because we all know what's going to be next. It's probably going to be Volk, unfortunately, even though no one wants to see that. Everyone knows it's just a lamb going into slaughter. It's not what we want, okay? No one wants to see that. So obviously everyone's wondering what he's going to do next. Is he going to go up to 155, try to make the super fight with Islam that everyone would want to see? That's obviously every UFC fan's wet dream right now. We all want that. Or does he stay at 145, keep dominating, do what he's supposed to do, build up title defenses against these young up-and-coming contenders like Diego Lopez and Movsar Evloev? That's the realistic and boring route, but we all know what's next, okay? It's Volk. Now, I know I just said I want to see the Islam versus Ilia fight, but it's not an option. Let's be real, guys. Arman's already been sitting out for 6 months. He's been promised a title shot. They cannot make him fight again. I mean, I know he said he'll fight anybody again for an interim. That guy's a badass. I like Arman a lot. But no, okay? Arman versus Islam is next. We can't get around that. And you just can't get around the fact that Ilia only has one defense. I know his 2 wins are some of the most 2 high-value wins of all time. Yeah, man, I don't want to be the party pooper. I don't want to be the boring guy, the Karen, if you want to say. But it's just too early. Again, it's too early. You can't move up after 1 defense. I don't care how good the wins are. It just can't happen, because then we normalize it. Then it's going to happen more and more. People are going to keep trying to do it way too early. Like Leon Edwards, he wanted to do it after 1 defense, 1 or 2 defenses, after they were fucking mid defenses especially. Like, it's just not possible, okay? So let's just get Islam versus Ilia out of our minds for now. We'll probably never see the fight if we don't get it now, unfortunately. But it's just not an option. It's not going to happen. So in my opinion, let's just ignore it for now, sadly. In my opinion, a champion should only be given the chance to go for double champ status and move up in weight class if they're already the GOAT of that weight class that they're moving up from. In my opinion, I think they should have to distinguish themselves as the clear GOAT before they move up. That's just my opinion. I know that is not what a lot of people think, but yeah, that's what I think. I think Volk only moved up once he was the featherweight GOAT. I mean, he's the featherweight GOAT still. Ilia has not passed him yet. He needs a few more all-time wins on his resume. It's just, you can't get around that fact, okay? Josh Emmett's your 3rd best win in the UFC, bro, okay? He's not the featherweight GOAT yet. Let's not start that narrative, all right? I was going to do a how long does it take, or is it going to take Ilia Topuria to reach featherweight GOAT status, or how many wins, or what does he have to do, but I just decided I'll do this video instead, because there wasn't much to talk about just on that topic alone. But no matter how you feel about that, one thing we can agree on is if Volk gets this next fight, guys, he's done, okay? That's 3 KO losses in a row. What is he going to do? Implement the grappling? Shoot 3 or 4 takedowns around? Like, what is he going to do? How is he going to beat Ilia in the rematch? I know that's unfair to say, and every fighter has a fighter's chance. Anything can happen. It's MMA, but dude, no one wants to see Volk get killed again. We don't want to see him get executed, alright? No one wants to see that, please. It'll be like that fucking scene from One Piece where Luffy pulls up on the Admirals. He's down to fight him. He's there to fight, but everyone knows he's just gonna die and get his ass kicked. Like, it doesn't matter. Volk's just gonna die again. I don't want to see that, please. So obviously, what I think should be next is Diego Lopez, okay? That's what should be next. Not Volk, not Islam. It should be Diego Lopez. He's earned a title shot. He's a very similar style to Ilia Topuria, a very fun fight. Everyone would want to see that. And he just has so much momentum right now. He has such a good win streak, such good names. I was a bit disappointed he wasn't able to finish either Danny or Ortega. But to be fair, those are guys who are known for being impossible to finish. So we can't get him on him too much for that. But I still think this is a competitive fight. I think it's a good fight to make. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say Ilia's not going to knock him out. But, dude, Diego can win that. He has an iron chin. He has just as much power as Ilia. Maybe not the speed and technique, but he can do it, okay? So I want to see that fight. I think it can be competitive. I love Ilia as the villain. I know a lot of his fans love him too, and right now they're at the top of the world with him. Yeah, our wife. Shut the fuck up. It's not yours, all right? Chill. But they need to chill, all right? He doesn't just knock out Diego in the first round, okay? He didn't knock out Volk or Max in the first round. I don't know why everyone was saying he was going to knock out Max in the first, okay? It obviously wasn't going to happen in the first. Chill, buddy. He has to find his range. He has to get hit a little and get him trapped into a corner first. And yeah, Islam subs him in 2 rounds, by the way. I'm not going to talk about that, but Islam dominates him. He does. So yeah, I think we do Diego Lopez next. Or, since Volk is clearly not okay with being this inactive, as I saw in the aerial interview I watched today of him, he's like, because Ilia's talking about he wants to take some time off after this Max Holloway win, which is fair, I guess, but how much, all right? 6 months, I'll understand that. But then Volk is out for, like, a long time if he wants to get that rematch back. So maybe they really will have Volk and Lopez just fight for an interim or just a title shot in general. I don't think an interim is really needed if he wants to take, like, 5 or 6 months off. I don't know, man. I really don't. But it's going to be weird. The timing's really going to matter. It's going to be anything can happen. Let's just be real. Anything can happen with title shots. It's all random in the UFC now. Man, this sport's falling apart. It's not even a sport at this point, bro. And I was actually someone who, not even 2 months ago, a month ago, I was saying Volk has to get that rematch. He's 5 or 6 defenses, light or featherweight GOAT. He has to get that rematch. It's just fair, okay? We give Izzy a rematch, and then we give him a free fucking title shot again. It's bullshit, okay? Volk gets the rematch. But now I do realize that Ilia moving on, fighting Max, knocking him out while Volk just sits in the woods and cooks his meals. Wholesome as fuck, Volk, but shit, man, it's not the best look, and it's just no one's excited for it. You know, it's just dude, I was watching Chael and Dustin react to that fight, and this one black guy next to him was like, they're gonna send Volk in with that guy? Like, he has no chance. It's so disrespectful, but it's true. That's how we're all thinking. They're gonna send Volk in again? Like, come on, that can't happen. Surely not. Come on. It's just a free win for Ilia. It's just free legacy, and I don't want that, okay? But it's probably gonna happen, just like Dricus versus Sean is probably going to happen instead of the matchup that we all want to see now after his big-time win at 308. We want Khamzat versus Dricus. We do. I want that. I agree with the fan base. Just make the fight. We legit may never get Khamzat healthy again, okay? So he may never be on this momentum again. So let's get him in there. If he loses to Dricus, cool. If he wins, cool. He gets the belt. I don't care, okay? I think that's the fight we do, though. Sorry, Sean, that's what being inactive does. It gets you pushed away, past the side, because you sit out and be inactive and be stubborn, and then another contender is going to outdo you with a performance. So it's just how it works, and he knows that. He's always known that. He's completely made he's made a 180 with his mindset on fighting since he got the title. Once he tasted them pay-per-view points, that's all he wants. That's all he cares about, which I get it. Chase the bag, but no, it's not a good look, Sean. But I'm sure that won't happen. I'm sure he won't get Khamzat versus Dricus. I'm sure we'll get Sean versus Dricus in fucking Africa or whatever. Because Dana White has made it apparent in the media. He said it. He said that Sean's next. And usually when Dana White says something like that, he likes to stick by his word. He likes to stand by what he said, you know. I don't know why he would say something that extreme, like Sean has. Oh, he beat Paulo Costa, man. He's so clearly next. No, okay. He was next. Now he's not. And back to Ilia and what he should do next. I know I said at the beginning of this video that you shouldn't be able to move up unless you're the GOAT of the weight class, but when there's super fights being able to be made that we may never have the chance to get again, I do think if he's able to beat Lopez and Islam has beat Arman and Islam's just waiting to move up to 170 and Ilia wants to move up, make the fight, okay? If he beats Lopez, make the fight, okay? It's the fight we all want to see. It's such a super fight. It's the closest we're ever going to get to McGregor versus Khabib numbers again. That fight would sell crazy. They should just do it because I feel like once Islam goes up to 170, he's never cutting down to 155 again. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go up, obviously, as the 155 champion, get the 170 belt. But then I think he gives the 155 belt back, and he just decides, yeah, I'm going to stay at 170 and just defend as many times as I want, and then I'll retire. I think that's what he'll do. I think that's what he should do, at least. And honestly, I just don't see that fight happening. Dana White has always been a person who, he don't like undersized or oversized fights. He doesn't like that, okay? He doesn't like his golden boys, especially. He likes to protect them. And Ilia is a small 145er. Well, not really. He's not that small, but he is. He's kind of small. He's short, at least. And he's not the biggest, like, mass-wise. So he's going to get outsized by Islam badly at 155, guys. He will, okay? It's just the truth. Islam fucking soups back up with that Gen V or whatever he gets in his system after he cuts to 155. He gets all that water, all that fluid, and he blows up. He's so big for the weight class. He's one of the biggest 155er. Definitely the biggest 155 champ we've ever had. So yeah, I don't think the UFC will make that fight just for that reason. Or at least they'll be encouraged to not make it for that reason, But who knows, they don't care what we think, though. So I was about to say we might get it, but no, they don't care what we think. Have you guys realized that by now? They don't give a fuck. They don't care, okay? Our opinions do not matter. So yeah, fuck it. Just beat Lopez and then go to 155. I don't even care anymore, all right? I'm really starting to take this sport less seriously with all the weight bullshit, given the Abu Dhabi fighters, just give them 2 hours extra to make weight. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not like this is a sport or anything. And let's not even show let's cut out the actual numbers on the scale when we show Hamzat weighing in. That makes sense, right? It doesn't matter. And with all the bad matchups and bad judging and horrible title shots, it's hard to take this sport seriously, guys. It is, but I love it. It's the only sport I like, so I have no fucking choice, okay? I have to keep talking about this. It's all I like. But yeah, maybe that's just me being depressed and sad that we got a Stipe vs. Jones pay-per-view coming up next. That's going to suck ass. But hopefully Charles Oliveira finishing Michael Chandler on the card will make it better. If Charles Oliveira loses to Michael Chandler and retires, that will hurt way harder than fucking Ilia knocking out Max. Because at least Ilia is a star. At least he's insanely good. Michael Chandler is a 40-year-old fucking creep bum who doesn't even fight anymore, okay? I do think Chandler's dangerous, and he actually would pose a threat to Islam, I think. He could low-key finish him in the first round. He has crazy first-round potential. But please don't beat Charles, bro. Just fold, right? God, I need Charles to win. Because I feel like if Charles loses, he might just retire. He really might. If he gets finished, he might just retire, man. No one wants that. Charles Oliveira, bro, dude. Come on. But yeah, that's it. That's what I think Ilia should do. But let's just be real. This video was a waste of time because we all know the Volk rematch is going to happen. It seems like that's what's next. So get ready, boys. It's going to be hype. I'll see you guys in the next one.